Previously on the Vampire Diaries, Enzo shared his story of becoming a vampire. Meanwhile, Lily made a deal with Damon. She would help Stefan regain his humanity, and in exchange, Damon would give her the Ascendant. Joe warned them about the dangers of the heretics, insisting they must destroy the Ascendant. Stefan regained his humanity, and by sharing the true memory of the letter Sheriff Forbes left for Caroline, he helped her regain hers. At the end of the previous episode, Damon told Elena that he was willing to take the antidote with her if she was willing. The story continues, and this is definitely the most energetic opening in the Vampire Diaries. Joe and Alaric are preparing for their wedding, and on the night before, the vampires throw Alaric a bachelor party. Meanwhile, a police officer shows up to talk to Joe with an urgent matter. His expression is stern, and there's a hint of sadness. Joe is a bit anxious, wondering if something terrible has happened. But suddenly the officer's demeanor changes.
Everything is just right.
Whoa. This can't be happening.
This bachelor party is truly wild. Elena confides in her best friend, telling her that she wants to become human again with Damon, but there's only one dose of the cure. Damon also turns to Alaric for advice, expressing his willingness to give up being a vampire and grow old with Elena. But Alaric isn't optimistic. He thinks Damon is only acting on impulse. Ever since Caroline regained her humanity, she's been too ashamed to face anyone and has gone missing. Stefan has been leaving her voicemails, keeping her updated on recent events. At this moment, Enzo shows up. He tells Stefan that Lily is on the verge of losing control and may revert to being a ripper again. He hopes Stefan can step in and bring her back to the right path. Through Enzo, Stefan learns about a different side of his mother. Meanwhile, Lily's bloodlust is rising. She follows a bartender, but Stefan arrives just in time to stop her. They truly are mother and son, even their finger-tapping habit when bloodthirsty is identical. Lily came clean to Stefan, revealing that their previous mother-son reunion was nothing more than an act, something Damon had asked her to put on. She no longer has any feelings for her two sons. The prisoners from the prison world are her true family, and they are the ones who help her control her bloodlust. Stefan secretly took out the verbena injection in his pocket to poison his mother, but Lily preemptively injured Stefan first. Then, she bites a bartender in front of everyone.
Sorry about the mess.
At the bachelor party, Enzo learns that Damon plans to become human again, and he, too, advises Damon to reconsider. The more people doubt him, the more determined Damon becomes. He arranges to meet Elena at the square. They sit together on the clock tower, and the cure is the unavoidable topic between them, as no one believes in them.
Are you ready to give all this up?
Damon doesn't answer the question. Instead, he invites Elena to jump off the clock tower with him, saying he wants to take her somewhere. They walk for a while, and suddenly, they arrive at Elena's old house, but she had burned it down. It turns out Damon quietly entered Elena's mind and recreated a vision of her house. This is the place where they shared their first kiss. Damon then pulls out the cure and confesses his love to Elena.
I love you.
Till death do us part.
Without hesitation, Elena takes the cure first, something she has dreamed of for so long. As soon as the cure enters her system, her consciousness becomes fuzzy, and all the memories she had lost come flooding back. Meanwhile, the out-of-control Lily finds Bonnie and threatens her, demanding that she rescue her companions from the prison world. Facing off directly, Lily is no match for Bonnie. Bonnie cast a spell to suppress Lily, hoping that she would know when to quit. Unexpectedly, Bonnie was careless and was injured by Lily's hidden weapon. Lily then turns her attention to Joe, but the sound of the heartbeat from Joe's unborn child brings her back to her senses. She reveals that Joe is pregnant with twins. Lily spares Joe's life because of this. Elena, now fully human again and with all her memories restored, eagerly kisses Damon. At that moment, Damon's phone rang at an inopportune time. It's Stefan, warning his brother that their mother has gone out of control and now is not the time to take the cure. Damon hangs up the phone just as his mother snaps his neck from behind. To the newly human Elena, she's no longer a future daughter-in-law in Lily's eyes, but rather prey.
You're human. You don't want to feed on me.
Yes,
Please.
Elena.
I do. No.
But Elena is not to be underestimated. She stabs Lily in the eye and hides in a tunnel. Lily, unfamiliar with her surroundings, quickly loses track of Elena, leaving her furious. Not long after, Stefan arrives at the scene, and Damon soon awakens. The two brothers realize they must work together to stop their mother. Stefan believes that Damon's desire to become human is selfish. The two brothers have relied on each other for over 100 years, and now his older brother wants to abandon him in pursuit of love. Damon understands Stefan's feelings, but given the danger to Elena, he suggests they first capture their mother and talk later. Meanwhile, Joe rushes Bonnie, who is injured, to the hospital, where Alaric quickly arrives as well. Joe gets a checkup and confirms she is indeed pregnant with twins. Joe is filled with worry, and Alaric can't help but give a bitter smile. Once the twins are born, the Gemini Coven will undoubtedly come for them, because only new twins can reclaim the magic from Kai through the merge. Alaric promises that after they marry, he'll take her to the ends of the earth to hide. A battered Lily returns to the manor, blaming her loss of control on the Salvatore brothers. If she had known the real world was this sad and lonely, she would have preferred to stay in the prison world. Lily grabs a wooden stake and prepares to end her life. Stefan hurriedly stops her, trying to appeal to her emotions. He reminds her that she helped him regain his humanity. But there's a difference. Lily was acting then, while Stefan is being sincere now. One moment, Lily was showing genuine emotion, and the next, murderous intent filled her eyes. Luckily, Stefan is ready, and Damon takes the chance to knock her out with vervain. After the Salvatore brothers lock their mother in the dungeon, Enzo comes to see her, and Lily pleads with him to let her out. But the tapping of her fingers shows that her bloodlust is back, and her heart is far from calm.
You have no
After
idea
Enzo
what
leaves,
devastation
Stefan
feels
tells
like.
his mother that he believes one day
But
the
you
two
will,
brothers can restore their
because
relationship.
I'm going to
with her.
find a way to get my
Lily's
people
eyes
back,
are filled with hatred,
no matter what it
and
takes.
her words are cold and merciless. Meanwhile, Elena has regained all her memories, including the time when they searched for Silas's tomb. She had already discussed becoming human with Damon long ago, but back then, Damon not only refused the cure but also said he never wanted to be human again. Damon feels wronged. It's ancient history by now. Elena worries that Damon is only doing this for her, not because he truly wants to become human. She thinks it's unfair to Stefan as well. In the end, it's because Elena loves Damon too much. She doesn't want him to do something he doesn't want to, or become someone he doesn't want to be. Meanwhile, in the prison world, Kai prepared a full table of food. After all, the one thing there's no shortage of here is time. Kai walked to the door and shook the bell in his hand as if it were feeding time for a pet.
It's time we get the hell out of this place.
Alaric and Joe are set to get married tonight. Caroline finally makes an appearance, and the three friends catch up with some lighthearted conversation. Caroline is an absolute master of organization, and under her direction, everything is running smoothly. On Alaric's side, only Tyler and Matt are helping out since Stefan took Damon away early in the morning. The brothers arrive at a house where Stefan plans to give Damon a taste of the problems humans face, like dealing with unruly kids. Liv, who had been absent for a while, is also back, since Joe is her older sister. Liv seems more mature now and tries to rekindle things with Tyler, but Tyler turns her down. Stefan tried to convince Damon to give up his fantasy of becoming human, listing all the troubles that come with it. Eating fast food when no one cooks, endless paperwork, taxes, insurance, and social obligations. Most adult problems boil down to money. Damon, however, claims that he has already mapped out their human life. He plans to open a bar right next to the hospital where Elena works, and their life as humans will be both fulfilling and happy. Stefan is speechless. Damon thought it was time to end this journey of life, but Stefan was holding back a big move. He suddenly grabs Damon's head and shows him a vision of life with Elena after they've been married for a year. When the passion subsides, the exhausted Damon and Elena would only be perfunctory toward each other. Stefan then showed Damon a scene 7 years in the future, where a drunken Damon, full of irritation with his ordinary life, has their conflict completely intensified by one of Elena's complaints. Damon regrets becoming human. In the past, with just a few words, he could have wealth and privilege, fearlessly speed down the highway, or tear someone's head off if he wanted. The illusion Stefan created caused Damon, who had been full of confidence, to waver. Stefan leaves a dazed Damon behind and goes to report to Elena. It turns out this was Elena's plan. Elena didn't want Damon to choose becoming human just for her, so she asked Stefan to help him confront his true feelings. Stefan gently tells Elena that Damon isn't ready to be human. Meanwhile, Damon watches the busy people around him and feels resistant to this way of life.
That came later, when he found himself. When he truly became Damon. He loves being a vampire. And I just don't think he'll ever give that up.
Bonnie and Matt head to the dungeon to check on Lily, only to find she has been set free. Then Bonnie and Matt fainted one after the other as if they had been choked. Having escaped, Lily finds Enzo. Enzo is stunned. He thought it was the brothers who had released her. Lily, beaming with joy, tells Enzo that tonight she will reunite with her family. Before the wedding begins, Caroline and Stefan have an open-hearted conversation. They face the past and reconcile. Before long, Damon arrives as well. Elena believes she knows what his decision will be, but Damon still insists on becoming human. He wants to spend the rest of his life with Elena. It turns out that after crushing a kid's basketball, Damon saw an old couple playfully teasing each other. He longs for that kind of future with Elena, growing old together. Overwhelmed by emotion, they share a deep kiss. As night falls, the wedding begins as planned. Meanwhile, Matt regains consciousness. The seriously injured Bonnie tried to tell Matt the identity of her attacker. All the witches from the Gemini coven have come to attend Joe's wedding. Jo, with her arm linked through her father's, walked step by step toward Alaric, her eyes filled with a joyful smile. Alaric waits at the altar, beaming as he looks at his bride. Although there were many friends and relatives present, they only had eyes for each other. Next comes the exchange of vows and rings. Alaric delivers a heartfelt declaration of love, envisioning a beautiful future together, and gently slips the ring onto Joe's finger. Jo is overwhelmed with tears of joy. Just as she's about to say her vows, her expression suddenly twists in pain. Alaric was confused, and the crowd below was even more shocked. Blood begins to seep from Joe's abdomen. This is the bloody wedding in the Vampire Diaries.
I was gonna wait till the death do us part bit, but it seemed a little on the nose. No. Am I right?
The demonic Kai has returned from hell, and upon his entrance, he stabs his own sister to death, turning the wedding into a funeral. Elena falls unconscious, and not even Damon's blood can heal her. Desperate, he rushes her to the hospital. Caroline and Stefan stay behind to face Kai, but before they can make a move, Kai uses telekinesis to break both of their necks. Alaric weeps over Joe's lifeless body. The remaining witches chant a spell, attempting to seal Kai away once more. As the leader of the Gemini coven, Kai used suicide to bring about the destruction of the entire coven along with him. This is the fatal flaw of the Gemini coven. When the leader dies, the entire coven falls with him. At the hospital, the doctor tells Damon that there's nothing physically wrong with Elena. Damon immediately contacts Bonnie. Bonnie has already heard about the wedding disaster, and by now, she's the only one who can stop Kai. While Matt is retrieving the car, Bonnie finds a video left behind by Kai. Kai blamed Bonnie for abandoning him in the first place, and this revenge was all because of her. It turns out Kai was able to escape the prison world by using the headstone left by Bonnie's ancestors. Kai didn't kill Bonnie because he has something special planned for her. Meanwhile, after Kai's death, Stefan and Caroline are taken by Enzo. Enzo told Stefan that Lily had completely lost her mind, and he hoped Stefan could use their family bond to bring her back to reason. At that moment, Lily is inspecting each shipping container, searching for her companions. Stefan angrily tells his mother that Kai was only toying with her and never freed her friends, but Lily stubbornly refuses to believe him. Back at the wrecked wedding, the entire Gemini coven is on the brink of death because of Kai's suicide. Tyler, unfortunately, has been impaled by a piece of glass through his abdomen. As he faces death, he confesses his love for Liv, saying that being with the girl he loves makes it all less frightening. Liv shook her head, however. She would not let Tyler die. It's a full moon tonight, and if Tyler can trigger his werewolf curse, his fatal wound will heal. Liv knew she was dying and was willing to sacrifice herself to trigger Tyler's curse, which meant Tyler would have to kill her with his own hands. Liv was resolute, and in his grief, Tyler suffocated the girl he loved. Before he fully transforms into a werewolf, Tyler warns everyone. After all, a werewolf bite is deadly to vampires. Stefan's attempts to reason with his mother have no effect. He can't understand why people who have no blood ties to her are more important than her own son. Stefan's patience runs out. He gives his mother an ultimatum: come with him or be banished from his life forever. Then Stefan has an epiphany and furiously questions his mother. What deal did she make with Kai? Why is she so certain that Kai freed her companions?
I gave him my blood.
It turns out Kai had left a backup plan. He used Lily's blood to revive himself and completed his transformation into a heretic by draining his father's blood. Alaric took his wife and prepared to find a place to commit suicide. At that moment, Kai arrives. Alaric fires multiple shots, but Kai, now a vampire, is only momentarily pushed back. In his despair, Alaric tries to shoot himself, only to realize that his gun is out of bullets. Tyler attacked Kai and bit him. Kai, whose werewolf venom was kicking in, went to the hospital to question Damon about the antidote, but Damon turns the question around, asking what Kai has done to Elena and why she remains unconscious. Meanwhile, Bonnie finds the answer in the video. It turns out that Kai cast a spell linking Bonnie's life to Elena's. So long as Bonnie lives, Elena will remain in a coma.
I guess what I'm trying to say is your betrayal really hurt me, Bon. So this is kind of all your fault.
Matt urges Bonnie to run, warning that Damon might kill her to save Elena, but Bonnie is determined to stay and face Kai. As Damon is momentarily lost in thought, Kai vanishes in the blink of an eye. Kai returned to the wrecked wedding site, and Bonnie arrives soon after. She strikes first, using magic to crush his arms and legs. But Kai laughs maniacally. He's just figured out how to save himself. Werewolves are also products of magic, and just like vampire blood, Kai could siphon werewolf venom to cure himself. Kai is practically invincible. With Bonnie caught in Kai's telekinetic chokehold, she loses the strength to fight back. At that moment, Damon arrives. Kai kindly reminded Damon that as long as Bonnie is allowed to die, Elena will be able to wake up. Now, the choice is in Damon's hands. Kai's offer is too tempting, and Damon is torn. At last, Damon apologizes to Bonnie. Her heart breaks. Damon's motion to pull away was so cold and merciless. Watching Damon walk away, Kai's expression was full of mockery. He had expected Damon to at least flip a coin to make such a difficult decision. But Damon returned, swiftly delivering a hand chop that severed Kai's head.
I'm not out of nicknames for you yet.